The following video may contain sensitive topics. The views and opinions of the presenter to these are plainly his own. Furthermore, any and all views and opinions of the presenter do not in any way reflect the views, opinions, statements, and advocacies of his personal contacts, his family, his affiliations, and his profession. While the presenter makes a commitment that all content is original, he is obliged to cite references or acknowledge resources mentioned or used in the production of this video. This disclaimer is also written in the description below.
Black lives versus all lives. Which really matter? Fresh versus late COVID cases. What do they actually mean? DJ Loonyo. Mass testing. What is going on with him? Pride? I don't know. I really don't want to talk about this, pero it's June. And a very much in-depth stuff about the anti-terror bill. So this is gonna be a very complicated show actually. But all that and more in Semantics today. Good day everyone, Ian here. And welcome to Semantics, where we tackle the content and context of concepts wrapped in the words that buzz the headlines. Kung may naririnig kayong background dyan, it's because of the electric fan. Nahalata naman na gumagalaw tong polo shirt na to sa likod ko. That's not mine actually, pero yeah, I just have to take that in. Well, marami tayong pag-uusapan and siguro medyo pahapiawan ka na yung ibang mga terms dito na what I have noticed that would fit in the show. So, alam natin yung term na Black Lives Matter. It's actually an advocacy in the United States wherein it combats racism. The thing about this movement is that it's tainted with anarchism and all the anarchism and Marxism. Yun yung speculation na. Pero if Black Lives Matter, the thing about Black Lives Matter kasi sobrang specific eh. So if Black Lives Matter, does that mean everything else doesn't? 'Di ba? I get it that racism should stop, period. Thing is, yung yung slogan talaga eh. Do we really have to specify that Black Lives Matter? And at some point ichapuera na lang yung iba. Just because Black Lives Matter more than anyone else? That's very that's too complicated, to be honest. And that's also the reason why some people protesting across America are rephrasing the slogan from Black Lives Matter to All Lives Matter. And quite honestly, it's a much better compromise kasi hindi lang naman yung mga African Americans ang inaapektuhan dito eh. Because of the looting and the pillaging and the riots, everyone else who immigrated to the United States has been targeted by these bullshit riots. Naatakan ko doon sa insight na there are peaceful protesters and there are rioters. Iba sila eh, magkaiba sila eh. And there are peaceful protesters who are even protecting individual police officers who are isolated from their colleagues due to the riots. And these officers would have been killed if not for these peaceful protesters saying, don't bloody do this, guys. We understand that you're all outraged with the death of George Floyd. We also are outraged, but you don't have to loot and pillage small businesses and even big big stores just to appease or try to appease your fulfill your crave for teenage angst and all that bullshit. I mean, grabe. Even those who don't really matter about African Americans or even other people for that matter dying out of police brutality, they're just there for looting stuff. I mean, it just goes out of hand, mga kababayan. And it's good thing that it hasn't happened in the Philippines just yet. And the thing about us, di tayo ganun eh. And if ever maging ganun man tayo, it's because wala na tayong magawa. I mean, the only case that I know of looting was during Yolanda. And siguro yung pinaka-recent na siguro yung sa Taal eruption. Pero small scale looting lang yun eh. Sa totoo lang. Hindi siya yung talagang wawasakin mo talaga yung mga establishments para lang masabi mong fuck the police or Black Lives Matter and all that shit. It's just too screwed up to even think about these things. Now, let's get on with other stuff here. Now, medyo late na rin tong semantics na to para sa sa term na to. Pero if you have noticed in the past few weeks, nag-iba ang tracker ng Department of Health pagdating sa mga cases ng coronavirus pandemic or COVID-19. So, normally, they describe cases as that. They describe their new cases as what they are, new cases. And then, in the next few, just in the past few weeks, dinivide na siya into fresh cases and late cases. Parang, why? Why is that? I mean, sure, yung mga late cases, talagang na late sila dahil sa mga, sa mga testing na ginawa sa mga tao na masasabi nating patients under investigation or monitoring. Ang rationale kasi dito, aren't they also new cases even though their results came late? And they're new alongside the fresh cases na madaling na identify. I mean, that's just it's just too complicated. I mean, it's just too complicated to track these things, and quite honestly, I've given up tracking all of these, and it's just keeping on rising. I mean, it's around 20,000 COVID cases here in the Philippines as of this recording. And somehow parang na ako na di man tinamad, pero what's the point of tackling all this or reporting all of that cases anyway, di ba? So siguro na rin ako na huminto na rin ako just to get this over with. So yun. Now, alam ko nakatakal ko na to sa sa mga previous videos ko last year, pati na rin dun sa insight na shinare ko a few weeks ago na nireplyan ni Jericho Arceo. So kasi parang naging reaction video, actually insight yun, pero parang naging reaction video ko na rin kay Jericho Arceo dun sa sinasabi niya na pride being a poison, lalong-lalo na sa mga YouTubers na na gumagawa lang sila ng mga videos dahil they just wanted added clout clout chasers and para lang marami silang views and all that shit. I mean, it's I get Jericho Arceo's point there, pero the thing is, it also has other. I mean, the term pride is also has other implications or other applications for the for other sectors. And while I don't have any angst against the LGBT community, and some of them I even agree of because of the bullshit Daryl Yap is doing through Vince Sentiments, the YouTube channel. The thing is, I think this is gonna be a wake up call to the community to reconsider their terms, specifically the term pride. Because if you're proud of something, are you also proud of things like Daryl Yap is doing? I mean, I understand that a lot of a lot of our uh, a lot of our gay people are against Daryl Yap because of his pedophilia conviction, and somehow they don't want to espouse that on their own convictions. And somehow I admire them a bit for that, kasi nga pedophilia is pedophilia, period. So I mean, that's the thing that fucked up Theodore McCarrick in the very first place. So yun lang ang masasabi ko. And come to think of it, mga kababayan, uh, these kinds of things are very touchy-feely, and somehow I mean, hindi mo rin talaga i-employ ang pagiging proud mo sa isang bagay or I mean yung nagiging ano mo yung pride mo, lagi mong nilalabas ang pride mo, kasi there are times na proud ka nga sa isang bagay, pero in yourself parang magtatanong ka rin, tama ba na maging proud ako sa mga bagay na to? Tama ba na nilalabas ko ang pride ko sa mga ginagawa ko online and offline and all that? It's very screwed up, to be honest. And really, it's something that all of us, whether we are straight or gay or whatever, should consider. Should we be proud all the time? Okay, bago tayo pumunta dun sa dalawang terms pa, ang nalaman ko lang during the weekend na marami sa mga kababayan natin ang nagkaroon ng mga fake accounts sa Facebook. Quite honestly, I find the whole affair fishy, kasi bakit nangyari yun? Bakit nagkaroon ng ganong klaseng pangyayari, at natatarget yung mga tao na against dun sa anti-terror bill and against kahit anong measure sa pamahalaan. I mean, there are also other people who are very much neutral or very much against, very much supportive of the whole damn thing. So nakapagtaka lang bakit nangyari yung ganitong klaseng bagay. And siguro I can do that in depth, not really in depth, but siguro isa-sideline ko din siya sa mga topics ko para sa next video ko. Di ko alam kung magiging real talk siya o insight, pero it's more on why the Philippines is low-tech and why we can't progress that much when it comes to science, technology, and even national defense. So I'll go ahead and write the script for that, and then after I record that video, upload it on YouTube, I'll be on my way to my extended online retreat na dapat sa July pa, pero pinasya ko na nang na simulan ko na by mid-June just to get myself started with mass testing. Ito na naman tayo pilot episode. Itong tinakel ko. Ito na naman ulit Dapat salty reactions to o real to kay DJ Loonyo, and I should be drunk doing it, pero I think I should talk about this sober. So ang context dito kasi si DJ Loonyo gumawa siya ng commentary na tungkol sa mass testing interpret niya yung term na mass testing, at ang pagkakaintindi niya doon ay mass trials sa mga gamot na hindi pa aprobado or hindi pa tested and proven. Siguro yun yung naging niya, nakakatawa na nakakainis na sobrang complicated na nga yung term na mass testing dahil hindi pa nasasagot or hindi pa na-define ng maayos yung term na yon. Sobrang vague niya kasi as I said previously, ang mass testing ba ay lahat ng Pilipino itetest para sa COVID-19, or yung mga high risk lang na tao na may kinalaman sa mga pasyente, sa mga vital services sa COVID-19. So dun pa lang vague na and then here comes DJ Loonyo spitting out some bullshit on social media na ayoko mag-mass testing kasi tawag dito, hindi ko sure kung magkakasakit ba ako sa ganyan dahil nga hindi pa proven yung mga tests na yan, which is plausible, which is absolutely plausible kasi itong mga tests na to meron ding mga times na magkakaroon ng false positives and false negatives. So I'm no scientist, I'm no medical professional, pero kahit pa paano medyo natatakot din ang mga tao and what DJ Loonyo just did was just fear mongering, quite honestly, kasi hindi mo na kailangang magsabi ng ganun Sure, sige, given na lasing ka and all that bullshit, pero pa rin sobrang cringy pa rin nung sinabi on social media. Kumbaga, I guess next time i-research mo muna yung mga gusto mong sabihin bago mo tirahin yun. Ako, I have that experience a lot of times now, online, offline, as a YouTuber, or as someone who just monitors social media regularly. Nangyayari yung mga ganyan, and really it's just not really that easy to talk about those things kasi nga hindi siya madaling gawin, or hindi siya madaling i-share, or hindi siya madaling pag-usapan, And quite honestly, napapahaba ako sa video na to dahil sa leching ano niya eh, kalokohan ni DJ Loonyo sa ano eh. Saan na yun? Sa ni live stream niya last time. So parang I mean these guys just have to get over this bullshit and move on. And naantok na rin ako, sumasakit na rin ulo ko, but I have to write the script for the, actually meron na akong guideline script para sa ano, dun sa issue on the Philippines is technology infrastructure, pero tatype ko siya sa script so that maayos naman yung pag-ano ko pa yung maging last video ko before the retreat. As I said, babalik ako ng August, so it might be a long time, but I have to get my shit sorted out. So I hope all of you would understand. Finally, anti-terror and national security. Now, this is the thing that is a bit that has been dividing the country ever since it was passed on the lower house of Congress. Kasi napagkukumpara siya sa National Security Act na ginawa ng Red China, but the difference is that the anti-terror bill has all the safeguards for citizens, but Red China, they're they say that they uphold human rights, pero ano nangyayari sa Hong Kong? So yun lang ang masasabi ko doon. And I bet it's a very timely manner that they're doing it, kasi nga ayaw nila na magprotesta ang mga Hong Kongers tungkol sa nangyari sa Tiananmen Square noong June 4, 1989, na ayaw nilang pag-usapan for some bloody reason. And I mean literally bloody, dahil 10,000 yata ang pinatay nila. I'm not sure. I just saw the details from somewhere, and a lot of people have been tackling about that. But bago tayo lumayo, I guess subscribe na lang kayo sa China Uncensored para sa mga kaganapan about the bullshit that Red China is doing, lalong-lalo ngayong pandemic. So ayun, the thing about the anti-terror bill kasi, sobrang hinati yun yung bansa natin eh. I mean, it is necessary because it has a previous law called the Human Security Act of 2007. And according to one of its principal authors, Senator Panfilo Lacson, HSA, or the Human Security Act, has been a dead letter law kasi iisang tao lang ang na-convict dun sa batas na yun. And marami sa mga terorista ever since Zamboanga and Marawi na kinasuhan lang sila ng mga basic criminal charges like murder, homicide, and all that. So hindi sila na charge ng terorismo eh, kasi ang naging safeguard doon is kapag nagkamali ang pagkakaaresto ng isang pulis sa isang suspected terrorist, babayaran mo ng 500,000 piso ang alleged suspect. So parang marami natatakot din sa mga pulis na and nakakapang low moral din kung ganun. So it's not really a compromise, but it's something of a, that's too much actually, na parang ganun eh. And I don't know, it's really a complicated it's a complicated legislation. Honestly, I'm reading the bill as of this video since I do not want to be swayed by any of the pundits suggesting their interpretations. And even though anti-terrorism and national security are good terms, we also can't blame people for calling these terms euphemisms for dictatorship. So, tatakal ko na lang maya-maya kasi may nasulat akong script dito tungkol sa mga bagay yun. Pero, to make the long story short, maganda yung pinapanukalang batas. It's the implementation that is a bit iffy. So, Section 4 of this bill is the point of contestation here, and depending on how people see the whole bill, it reads as follows. Terrorism is, I'm quoting here, terrorism is committed by any person who within or outside the Philippines, regardless of the stage of execution, blah 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 blah, shall be guilty of committing terrorism and shall suffer the penalty of life imprisonment without the benefit of parole and the benefits of Republic Act 10592, otherwise known as the Revised Penal Code Amendment Act of 2012. Provided, ito yung sinestress ni Panfilo Lacson dito, provided that terrorism as defined in this section shall not include advocacy, protest, dissent, stoppage of work, industrial or mass action, and other similar exercises of civil and political rights which are not intended to cause death or serious physical harm to a person, to endanger a person's life, or to create a serious risk to public safety. Now, the thing here is, while I think it is filled to the brim with legal safeguards and the scope and limitations are very much detailed, katulad nga ng sinabi ko, it falls short of making the legislation specific. And as a result, its fate is dependent on the creation of implementing rules and regulations, as well as the many and varied interpretations and implementations of the parties invoked and the powers that be, respectively. In short, it's a war out there. So I would not put a final say on all that as long as it has not yet been signed or vetoed. But to be fair, a lot of arguments for and against the bill actually have a lot of sense. Marami din talaga ako nakitang points on both sides of this issue. At yun nga, it's really something that is good about this democratic society na napag-uusapan natin tong mga to unlike in Hong Kong. So, why don't people from both sides of the legislation just go along and be Filipinos for fucking once and not resort to partisan politics and fear-mongering? Kasi yun ang nangyayari. It's partisan politics and fear-mongering. Pumapanig ka sa isang side ng issue at nagpapakalat ka ng takot kahit na unfounded siya, or kung ano man, kung may basihan man, taken out of context. So that makes the situation a lot worse, and really it just boggles me at sumasakit na rin ang ulo ko sa sa ganung klaseng kalokohan nangyayari. And really it's I've been here for half an hour talking, so I guess I've come to the point where I have to end this video, and I salute this flag and remove it in honor of all those who are still out there doing their jobs nung walang pahinga. They're still doing what they have to do, from the medical staff, from the security people, all vital service frontliners. You guys rock. Saludo ako sa inyo, and I hope that I can give you a beer once this is all over. And for those who are back to work now, good luck, and thank you for still doing the work that you do, whether at home or in the workplace. Sana maging ligtas kayo. So I guess that's all that I have to say about that. And with all that said, this is Ian reminding you to speak, write, and read appropriately, and at all times be the salt of the earth and the light of the world. Until then, look alive, stay alive, and see you next time. Bye, guys.